At Sprint, our priority is keeping our customers, employees, and communities safe. During these uncertain times, get the great service you expect without leaving the safety of your home. Shop at Sprint.com for our best new phone deals, like the amazing iPhone 11. Lease it for just $15 a month when you switch. Stay healthy and go to Sprint.com today. iPhone 11 64 gigabyte, $15 per month after 14/17 monthly credit. Apply within 2 bills. Requires new line of service, 18-month lease, and approved credit. If you cancel early, remaining balance due. Offering coverage not available everywhere. $30 activation fee. Taxes and restrictions apply. At Sprint, our priority is keeping our customers, employees, and communities safe. During these uncertain times, get the great service you expect without leaving the safety of your home. Shop at Sprint.com for our best new phone deals, like the amazing iPhone 11. Lease it for just $15 a month when you switch. Stay healthy and go to Sprint.com today. iPhone 11 64 gigabyte, $15 per month after 14/17 monthly credit. Apply within 2 bills. Requires new line of service, 18-month lease, and approved credit. If you cancel early, remaining balance due. Offering coverage not available everywhere. $30 activation fee. Taxes and restrictions apply.
Inner Vision, taking you to a new level of Christian radio. www.innervisionrecords.org, the official website of Inner Vision.
Send us feedback, requests.
Help spread the word about local musicians. We are Inner FM.
Inner Vision FM, as we do another show in the series of just different topics, and we're always interested in your feedback. Remember, you can catch our top 20 countdown on Innovision FM on KUBO 92.9 on the FM dial every Friday at 6 p.m. and every Sunday at 9 a.m. Also, you can catch us on KUHS Denver, and that is every Sunday at 1 to 3, and then 24/7 on Innovision FM. And then, of course, YouTube channel and my Spreaker. We want you to, as you listen to this, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and follow us as well on InnervisionRecords.org on Facebook. Now, today or tonight or whenever you are listening to this, we have a fantastic guest on our show this time around, and she is a spiritual guide. I want to welcome to the show Cheryl Rose. So welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Johnny J.
Hey.
Cheryl Rose here, and I thank you so very much for allowing me the privilege to be on your show and have your wonderful audience embrace this. It's just great to be here.
Oh, thank you very much. At what age did you know that you had this gift?
At a very young age, I would say I was about 4 or 5. And I spoke to my mom and told her I could see and hear what I felt was an angel or a friend. Someone definitely was telling me, let's play, let's have a good time, let's have fun. And it was not anything out of the blue for her. She just said, that's great. Keep talking to that person. Is it a he or she? And slowly but surely, as I got a little bit older, I realized a lot of people in my family had a gift of second sight, or however you would like to think about it. But I knew at a very young age I had something that was, retrospectively looking back, unique, and thank God it was embraced. It was not covered up and, don't speak like that. That's not normal. Thank heavens it wasn't, because I've helped so many people along the way as I developed the ability. It's an ability, a gift, and the spirit guides and angels I was seeing and feeling. It had to be 4 or 5, because I remember being so small and I couldn't really tie my shoes well, and I had learned to tie my shoes that year, and that's my big memory. The shoe tying.
So it's almost like
they were helping me out.
Yeah. So it's almost like musicians. It's in the family, and then a child will take it maybe to the next level, but it was somewhere in the family that they knew that this had happened before, and they embraced it rather than push it away. That's what it sounds like.
Correct. Yes, sir. Oh, yes, Johnny. Yes. Yes, okay. And my grandmother, Rose, who is the Rose in the Cheryl Rose name, actually was constructive in helping me along the way understand with questions and answers without any books or computer or cell phone available, just her experiences and what I could expect and what I should do or think I should do or choices I could make.
Yeah, because I'm assuming
luckily I had her.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm assuming that it was nowhere where you can go to the library and say, okay, let's pick up a book on this topic.
Exactly. Nobody spoke of it, and if they did, it was almost a carnival-like attitude. Oh, charlatans or gypsies, fortune with lame turbans or the big earrings, and they're going to take your money and feed you a line of BS so that you can come back. And I had found out that this is something I have to fight against because it's an enemy of stigma. You know, what people thought. They didn't embrace. The 60s was good for embracing get out of my own mind. They didn't realize that Spirit was trying to tell them, we're here.
Now, this is not in my question, but I just now thought about this. Coming along, because I was always into stuff that other kids weren't into. I like to watch the news and stuff like that, and couldn't talk to my parents and couldn't talk to other kids because they were into playing, and my parents said, well, kids shouldn't be talking about the news, they should be doing something else. How did you find other people that you could connect with outside your family, or was it pretty much like nobody really understood, like other children didn't understood, but of course I guess your family did, but outside the family, did people understand, or was that something that you even brought up?
That's such a beautiful, great question. I answer that with great respect because, yes, I had tried to talk to other kids in school, and I was laughed at and sort of made fun of, meant to feel a little... I wasn't bullied, I was just ignored, being different. And some children, I just said, don't say anything, and my family said, well, talk to us, and unfortunately there were no other children to speak with, nobody else, no other group. There were no other schools of education to talk about. It was undercover as far as I knew. And to their great respect, I say, they told me, talk to God. Talk to the one who created you and ask, and they will give you the answers, the spirits, the angels, whatever is coming towards you. And I considered it angel school, and they gave me the answers. My family said, ask God to help you because we don't want to give you the wrong answer. And they understood what it was to be quiet and have a sort of people look at you different, even though we dress the same way, or it was an uncomfortable feeling. And I was, I'm a very intelligent girl. We were brought up to have outside curricular activities like you would, news and journalism, and that was very interesting to me, but difficult. Piano playing, art classes, things of that nature, dancing, anything creative I loved, music. And then I started to find some people's mothers were a little out of the ordinary and into kind of hippie stuff. And they would say, like, blessings to you, namaste. Ooh, what's this? And I would see it in small places, Johnny, but it wasn't like it is today. You can go online and talk to a person like me, at any moment, and hear us discussing this and educating others that what they might have, they think they might have, knocking at their door. It's already built inside them. They don't have to use it, but if they do use it, let's use it wisely. And what is it for?
And now, and now I've noticed there were people that if I would have known that they were around when I was, I guess, 13 or whatever, it would have made a big difference. But I found out that, because our community is not connected, where if you say, okay, my child has this, oh, there's somebody in New York or there's somebody in California, it wasn't, we weren't connected like that. But those people were there going along that journey. And even I went to this church, it was called Happy Church at the time. and I found a lot of spiritual truths, and they were developing their spiritual gifts as well, but I didn't meet up with them until I was 24. Were there people that you met up, or groups that you met up with later on, that they were there, but you just didn't have the internet, you didn't have these resources to find them? But then when you look back, you say, wow, you guys were there, and I wish I would have known about you, during this time. But
well, when I had asked, I said, God, in kids' terminology, show me the way, help me understand what the heck's going on here. I was enjoying my development because it was during dreams and just looking at them straight across the kitchen table from me. And my grandparents had people after church come to the kitchen table and say, she'll read you. She can answer your questions. I was still little, 6, 7, 8 years old, in this frame of mind where nobody knew what was going on with me, but me, and asking questions. They knew I had something happening. Word of mouth spread. Somebody had said, there's this place out in Arizona these people go to. There's these vortexes, or people would find other people. And it was few and far between, but I had something called the Encyclopedia Britannica. All 12 issues of the Encyclopedia Britannica. And I looked up Scottsdale, Arizona, places of that nature, like Sedona. And I saw and wrote, I just say, I was embraced by, wow, I've got to get out there one day. And when I did finally get there, I was maybe about 18, 19, a family trip, and we did go out to the west, and I was out in Sedona, Scottsdale, and I felt the energy. And I saw how many people out there were similar, but they were telling me I had growth. And they sort of sent me on a pathway of learning, but continue doing what you're supposed to be doing. But they were very skeptical of such a young person. They had never seen somebody so small, young, so advanced in, I say it humbly, advanced in nature with the psychic abilities and clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairenscient, and knowing what was happening around me, but really not understanding 100% yet. Being inquisitive about the planets and astronomy and astrology were in books. I thoroughly embraced myself with reading what I could, but going to those places and seeing people happened very infrequently. But when I got those names and places, I looked it up, and then we finally got there because I said, I'm going to go to that place. We didn't have the money at the time as kids growing up. My parents were divorced and times were very hard. We got through. In retrospect, it was really nothing. But we eventually got out to Midwest, and I was late teens, just had graduated high school, going to college, and I was so embraced with, wow, the energy is different. The people are different. They're not talking about it, but there's these classes I can go to, or crystals I can touch, and stores that were different. And I started to get out into real reading of people and healing of people and talking to people from all over the country. It just happened, bing, bang, boom. From then on, from the teens on, I started doing my stuff, I call it. And I wasn't what I am now, but I started getting hundreds of people under my belt, hundreds of readings under my belt, and thousands of readings. And I really wasn't making money. I wasn't about the money. I was about, this is great fun for me.
Now, for the people,
answering questions at the same time.
Yeah, for the people that just joined us, this is Intervision FM, and I'm talking to Cheryl Rose, and Spirit Guide, and she's just running us a little bit through like her journey. And when you were telling me about that, there are probably missing books of the Bible, and